What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Berserk Mangas chapter 28 and 29. Over the weekend, we uploaded some trailers to the House of Dragons, the new Game of Thrones series coming out, and the Black Panther trailer, which was one of the most emotional things I've watched in any type of format. So if you're interested in those are up. We're going to be doing the Game of Thrones or the House of Dragons show when that comes out next month. Just got a lot of stuff coming up, going on. Jumping into this, though, everybody should be seeing this on Monday the 25th. They have successfully taken over the stronghold on the inside, at least, and they took out the strongest man of the forces on the outside. And I guess, as you can see by my man's expression here, shit's not going well. So I don't know if they're just gonna surrender. I mean, because they do still have them in numbers. They don't have the fortress, though, so they're kind of just awkwardly kind of out there. They don't have anywhere to fall back to is the problem. So if the rest of the Midland forces just came right now, because they still have the numbers, if the rest of the forces came, they're just screwed. So I think the best choice would be to surrender, but you know this dude wants Griffith's sweet cheek so badly that you probably won't surrender, but let's see how it goes. Press play on the music, lower it in my head. Mic is on. Alright, we'll go ahead and do it. Is that the... It can't be. Oh, it is. And then we left off, like, does she need to be treated? Like, she's got a poison running through her, no? Is this the last of Casca, or what? The enemy standard, but how? What happened? Don't you fools get it? Your leader's dead. It's plain as day the fortress has fallen. It means you all lost. We lost? Have we really lost? They're like parents' parents have been holding this stronghold, by the way. They probably have never even heard that before. They don't even know what it means. Cry out, cry for victory. Is that supposed to be the signal of we did it, bring everybody? Probably. No way. Commence hunting down the enemies. Remnants. And just the confidence boost is just going to be enough, and it's going to be turned into a slaughter. If they flee this place well enough, slaughter every last one who offers. Oh, he's like, so if they leave, you know, let them keep their life, but if they're going to throw hands, we kill. It's no use. At this rate, we'll be killed. They're scattering. Morons who told you to retreat. That's what I'm saying. There's no respect for him as a leader. Like, he's not down there in the trenches with them, so when shit hits, it's all good and it's easy to follow him when the person you follow is saying yes. When the person you truly answer to and follow is dead, you're on your own. Morons who told you to retreat, turn back around, come back. I'm your supreme commander, I'm still here. And the man gets bucked off his horse. Oh shit. Well, he got what he wanted. There's Griffith. Griffith, it's been quite some time. Griffith, my old friend. Could you find some way to overlook this? You and I've been good to each other. To betray that over the unfortunate matter of being enemies now. I've been searching for you ever since that day, and I've waited eagerly for the day chance would allow us to meet again like this. Have you any idea how much of my personal means has been spent thus? I mean, that's on you though, really. I made sure that none of my men would by any means even so much as wound you in this battle. I took great pains to see it through. Surely you haven't forgotten that night we had together? God almighty, he's still going on about that. Well, he's so old, he probably has nothing else to look forward to, so that's probably been on his mind. It was just one night, but oh how I've yearned for that again. We already know he's gonna decapitate his ass. You won't grant the wish of the one you shared it with? Won't you grant the wish of the one you shared it with? You don't resent me, do you? I do not resent you, Excellency. Oh then, However, it would be quite beyond reason to say that I've yearned for you. I simply have no emotional interest in you at all. Resentment, endearment, nothing. I just took the liberty of using you when the opportunity appeared. Oh, that's gonna crush his heart. You were like a stone lying by the side of the path I walk. That and nothing more. You bastard. Although having your loose tongue spread petty rumors about me would prove slightly inconvenient. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't let this... I gotta kill him. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Oh, did that blade pierce or did he just slice his eye? I can't tell. Like, did we go through the brain? I guess we did. It's hard to tell here if he just like held it up to his face or did we actually go through. Yes, we actually went through the way he fell down. Yeah, and the way they're kind of zooming out on his body on the battlefield. Yeah. Looks like things are just about wrapped up. The enemy all scattered and ran. I can't believe it worked out this well. Yeah, we really stuck it to him good. Oh yeah, and the biggest WTF moment last chapter. Who the hell was that guy that threw that sword down there? Because if not for that, Guts probably dies. So another like fate, destiny thing stepping in. The only person that we've ever seen that it could be in this current timeline would be Zodd, but I don't know why Zodd would help unless he was instructed to do anything that would benefit Griffith's success. I don't know. Are you okay, sis? Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. Don't mind me. You guys go see if any enemies remain in the fortress. Yes, ma'am. Hey, come on, work time. Is she just gonna fade out and die up here? He found her. Yo, tough day? What's wrong? It's just a scratch. Or that's what I'd like to say. Could you give me a hand? She's gonna die. To poison? That's how we go out? And then Griffith is gonna look up at the two of them, and I think that's it for her. She's crying and everything. Breathtaking. Hey. It's strange. Actually, when the battle is over and Griffith is surrounded by everyone cheering in victory, I always think this. That he's somehow out of reach. That he exists somewhere far away. And it hurts. I think she's dying. That ain't the case. Yeah, look at the blade again there, by the way. Oh, he goes to pick her up. Hey, you'll never get anywhere just standing here watching him. Let's go. Go to meet your leader. He's taking her out there. Bro, he looks mad. This shot here? Because they don't look that different. I mean, of course, he's bigger than her, but look how close like the comparison is here. Like, yeah, he squatted down a little bit so she can walk on his shoulder, but like, the size isn't that different. He looks like he's carrying a stuff, like he looks so grown right there. Like, we know she's poison, right? Whoa, stop. That couldn't be. Oh! It is. That is him. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, so I'm glad that is the case. The eclipse will soon come, and the demon advent approaches. Demon advent? Interesting. Okay, so I wasn't going to be too upset if it was somebody else. Whether that be like a different tribe or community or something that wants to see Midland succeed. But it just made too much sense for it to be Zodd. Now, the question is why, you know? He's over here speaking of an eclipse that will come soon. Is that when Griffith will manifest and sprout to what he's supposed to be? And I'm curious, like, has he been watching over Griffith or the two of them? Or is he being told by whoever pulls the strings of destiny, like, hey, you gotta be here at this time providing this? I don't know. Alright, chapter 29. Griffith has done very well for himself these years since he appeared in Midland. His ambition is outrageous, heedless of his own social standing unparalleled. Doldrey has fallen. The war which has gone on so long will end for now. It's certain that he will try to assert himself even without our kingdom's government. How could some upstart knight who knows nothing but combat be able to govern anything? But his popularity amongst the people these days is tremendous. What is this, like the council, the king's council over here that works in the shadows trying to make sure? Even his majesty seems to have an extreme amount of confidence in him. According to information I have obtained due to the Band of the Hawk's success in capturing Doldrey, his majesty plans to grant... Yeah, that's what I figured. I feel like this, when he succeeds here, this is going to be the highest he can get without becoming essentially king himself. Plans to grant Griffith the position of general. Indeed. His majesty will also grant the White title, the supreme rank of the Midland army shared by the White Tigers and White Dragons, to him and his band. Okay, so now they're going to be the White Hawks. Dang, these men, these elders out here sweating. Is that credible, Minister? Yes, it is from a reliable source. This is giving me like Game of Thrones, like people that really pull the strings. They got all little birds around that come back and whisper secrets and everything that's going on. How could this be? In that case, his political authority will inevitably see substantial growth. This means, after all, that he is a bit too bereft of discretion to survive within the castle? This dude. But Minister Foss, by what means shall we... They're still gonna try to take his ass out again. Antiaris? An instantly deadly poison. We will put this in his goblet while he enjoys the victory celebration. But is this really safe? What if the off chance our scheme comes to light? You needn't worry, even if a mistake is made, such a thing would never happen. First off, we will not have any direct involvement, but have no fear. Fuck is this chick? Even if what you suggest were to happen, I would see it settled privately, I promise. Oh my, with assurance such as that from the Queen, we have nothing to fear. Oh. So the Queen's ass works back in the shadows too, trying to like suppress certain people's statuses and control. What's wild is like the king has no idea of any. The kings never have any idea what's going on around them. They think they rule everything, but they really don't. So they're gonna try to poison him, but again, we know he can't be killed. Well, I mean, he could. His human body could be killed, but he still has something he has yet to become yet. Take heed, all of you, while this plot will ensure hereafter that the security of your social standings will no longer be threatened by this man. It also exists in order to pluck this parasite who would eventually infect the rule of our kingdom from the lion's body before the disease spreads. I am not about to allow the long, glorious history of Midland's rule to be trampled upon by this lowly commoner from who knows where, for the sake of the kingdom and for all that is just. Yeah, that's what they always say, right? They do it for the kingdom, they do it for the crown, but are they? Naturally, you are correct. We too value patriotism above all else. I was aware of the confidential information that the Queen and General Julius were involved in a love affair. He's speaking this in his head. So the king's wife, the queen, was sleeping with his brother. It was wise of me to plant the idea that General Julius' death was a plot designed by Griffith. The man she really loves is Julius. That gets her involved. I thought she was controlling them, but it looks like he still is controlling. But I think that she would go so far as to volunteer to lead this plan. Why does she hate the king's? Or why is she sleeping behind the king's back? His Majesty made a good king, but not a good husband. The burden of ruling the kingdom must weigh heavily upon him. Therefore, as one man, he had no time to give to his family. Man just out there trying to do right. No, perhaps that was an escape from sorrow over the death of the former queen. Said to be the one and so he remarried. So because we've seen the queen interact with Griffith before when he was with the daughter, so the daughter isn't actually her blood daughter. I have in the same way publicly faithfully fulfilled my role as His Majesty Queen these 10 odd years. As all had hoped under the guise of a political marriage, I conveniently entered this kingdom as the Queen of Midland rather than the King's wife. That has been my... I mean, shit, she sounds like she wants to rule. The reason I would give my body to him was not love. These stone walls and marble floors were too cold for me to endure. As a lone woman in an unknown foreign land, more than love, I wanted to succumb to a simple burning desire. But now that it's lost, I first understand just how much I resided within the warmth of the skin of that man, with whom I shared no emotions. I was in love, I loved him. I will never forgive you, Griffith, not as the Queen of Midland, but as a woman will I take my revenge. Well, this goes deep, because now that they have the queen on their side, they literally can get... I mean, they were already pretty much getting away with anything they wanted to anyway, but if there were somehow they even got tripped up or somehow involved, they have the ultimate clearance, second to the king, really, so go for it. Now, clearly this plan doesn't work, right? Now then, everyone, as evidence of our patriotism and mutual confidence, if you would seal this blood oath. And here they come back in, riding in on their celebration. Everybody in the world loves Griffith. Oh wow, were there this many people in Windham? Oh, so she's good. We're not having any like poison freak out, like she's good to go? Stop that. Miss Casca, look this way, Miss Casca. Give me a break. It's the Raiders. There's Captain Guts. I heard he beat General Boskin. He's the mightiest warrior in the Hawks. So wild that he's... And then we have to address the issue that he's given all signs and signals that he plans to leave. Because he can't find his fire when he's helping Griffith's fire. This is amazing. I've never seen a welcome this big for a victory. Why don't you try waving once, Captain? You're the hero this time after all. Captain? What's the matter? You're spacing out and you look upset. Nah, it's nothing. You know, nobody even imagined all this 3 years ago. How true is that? I will get my own kingdom. Nobody but him, yeah? Sounds like he has it, doesn't it? Absolutely incredible. Oh, here he comes. Your Highness, come quick. I'm trying to figure out which way to go here. My lord, Griffith is so popular, the women are making such a fuss. Well then, that's getting a bit too familiar with him, I'd say. Please keep still, your highness, your dress. Oh, hurry up. Tell me, does this look strange? No, it becomes... She's freaking out trying to get out there to see his ass. This is your 5th dress now, highness. Hurry, hurry, he's passing by. Wait, wait. The princess cheered up so suddenly. And yet she's hardly had any appetite since the Band of the Hawks... Dang, she was literally stressing his death in return. What kind of welcome do you think he gives her? I mean, you clearly see she's ecstatic. Oh, wow. Oh, he didn't hear her, or he purposely didn't see her? Hope it's impossible amidst all the noise. Please wait until the victory ball. How goes the plan? The chapter's gonna end before this goes, huh? All is in place, Majesty. If everything goes well, we should all hold a banquet in memoriam of him. It's an irony, it's an irony, Jesus. The White Hawk of the battlefield will meet his death within the stone walls of this bird cage. Although he gets to die on the best day of his life, that's at least is merciful. Minister Foss, what is it? This was addressed to you, sir. A letter from whom, pray tell? It was simply passed on to me by a lady of the court. The sender is unknown. I'm so, what do you think's gonna be in this letter? I'm just trying to think like how big, because we saw Zodd, and we know the whole destiny and fate thing. Could you imagine he gets a letter sent, an anonymous letter sent to him saying some shit like, if you even think about threatening Griffith's life, I will kill you. Or like, don't you think about, like, lays out specific things? Golly, let's see. What is this? What's happening here? He's shook. Shook. What is it, Minister Foss? Ah, no. It's nothing at all. Nothing at all, I'm just sweating. Gotta go. Bathroom. My apologies, but a small matter has arisen, so I must excuse myself. Until later. Why? How? How did this happen? Bastard, you bastard. Is he... do you think he's plugged into, like, the higher being, and he's been told, like, hey, this Griffith has been blessed by destiny. Fuck around and find out if you want. It's the same way Zodd did. Zodd was about to kill everybody in there. Griffith and Guts at the same time couldn't handle it. They're literally alive by chance because of that. If it wasn't for that, you know, and that specific Behelit too, Zodd kills them. I'm curious if he's plugged into that information. What I mean, that's literally the only thing I could see making him that shook, is this letter stating something that, like, Griffith is off limits or something like that. I don't know. And we're not gonna find out? Wow. Damn. Well, I mean, that's where I put my money. That's what's in this letter. To have him that shook, and especially after, you know, I mean, it's leading up too easy for it to not be that. You know, if everything goes well, we'll have our own banquet. You know, we're gonna kill Griffith on the best day of his life. And like, oh, here's an anonymous letter. To have him that shook, and he's gotta, like, I feel like he's gonna have to go speak to somebody. Like, I don't know if it's Zodd or somebody we haven't seen. And he's over here thinking why, like, why, how? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking his why and how are questions to, like, why Griffith? How did it become Griffith? And like, you bastard that towards Griffith, or does he know, like, who pulls the string? I don't know. I don't know if how deep Foss's knowledge goes. That's a good little cliffhanger stuff right there. The Guts realization moment that, you know, he did get his own kingdom was pretty great. You know, they're plotting their plan. She's in love with Julius, blah blah blah, you know, just typical political, you know, this time period story stuff set like that. But I mean, the best stuff of the entire chapter is the of the entire reaction is this right here. Zodd just showing up. And like, I'm curious, like, what is he looking at here? Like, he's running. Is he looking back at the blade that was thrown to him, and he's having, like, he's like, oh shit, actually, maybe in the moment he just needed a weapon to survive, so he didn't get a chance to really examine what it was. But he runs by it and double backs and looks at it. I thought when he was looking back here, he was looking up at the guy on the horse, or whoever that shadow was, but... And it's so wild that, like, we never addressed that. I don't know if Griffith, if nobody saw where it came from, it just fell, and no one saw where it was thrown from, because you just got a bunch of shit going on, but... It was Zodd that threw it, and he mentions the eclipse will soon come, and the demon advent approaches, so maybe when this eclipse and this demon advent happens is when Griffith ascends. I mean, it's just been the build-up. I've mentioned it countless times. It's like the Darth Vader Anakin moment. We know it's coming. We're just trying to see what the trigger is. You know, and who all survives through it, you know? Is he gonna kill all the Jedi and the younglings on his way out? Do all the Band of the Hawks have to die by Griffith's hand for him to get to that demon status? TBD, we'll see. So I'm waiting for any more, like, eclipse mention or demon advent, and then what the hell Foss got in that letter. So, and where is he going? I think like he's gonna have a meeting with him or somebody involved with that. We'll see. Appreciate it, guys. Like, share, favorite, subscribe. We'll be back on a regularly scheduled program this week. We'll be back with Berserk on Friday, as always.